Hello, everybody. Welcome along. My name is Benjamin Bloom. This is the Benjamin Bloom Football Channel, and disorganisation reigns supreme. I do apologise. I didn't even have this stream scheduled. You have to tap it into YouTube and StreamYard before, and I thought I'd done it. And I just sat down to just get comfortable and done it. So I quickly knocked it out. So apologies, because no one would have known I was doing it, even though I've plugged it the past couple of days and in the stream we did yesterday. So hopefully people who are watching will find us as we go. But I do apologise. It's Christmas, isn't it? Little bit disorganised here. But here we are. And we are doing a watch along for Stoke versus Tottenham in the Carabao Cup quarter-final. Last night, we had the joy of watching Brentford get through against Newcastle. So one of our championship teams has progressed through already to the semi-finals. Also, later on in the evening, after we'd finished our watch along, Arsenal were beaten quite handily 4-1 by Manchester City. So Brentford and Manchester City are through. Tonight, there's two more games. Stoke v Tottenham, which is obviously the one I chose because there's a championship team in it. But it looks like, looking at the Tottenham lineup, it's going to be quite a fun watch. And then later, Manchester United versus Everton. So plenty still going on, and a guaranteed another big name in if Stoke can become the second championship team to get through to the Carabao Cup semi-finals. We'll have a look at all the teams. Let me know if you're in the chat. Apologies again for the lack of notice. Let me know you can see me, hear me loudly and clearly. Get your predictions in, but maybe wait until you've seen the Spurs team, because that may sway you slightly. A little bit of star power being deployed by Jose. Very quickly, let me just do our normal plugs here. On a watch along, there's our fan sponsor, Charlie. We thank him very kindly. 30 years of loyal. Here's to many more. And you can support Charlie and his fundraising efforts there. www.depop.com/ReadingFan21. And if I stick my normal banner up across the bottom, we're nearly 13,600 on the old sub count now. So that's going well. Wouldn't it be lovely to get a bit closer tonight? So please, if you're here for the first time, please hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, obviously, then for notifications. You can really help the stream by commenting as you go, giving your thoughts on the game, getting some questions in, some topics, especially at half time when there's no league games for us to talk about for this next couple of days. So we need some halftime topics. That would be appreciated. In terms of supporting me and the channel, you can see there across the bottom, Patreon is the place. Extra content, Patreon exclusive stuff in there. Also, you can support at the Teespring shop, where if you type in the discount code, if I press the correct button, live, you get 10% off everything at the Teespring shop. And you can super chat anytime during the broadcast to directly support what I'm trying to do. It's been a tough old year, hasn't it? But we are growing nicely, steadily. I think we're going to make it, but I need your help, is what I am saying. With all of that being said, here are your teams. Now, Brentford last night went for what I called, it wasn't a second team, it was like a 1.5 team. There were some first teamers in there, but then a few key players were left out. Stoke have done something vaguely similar. Remember, they've got, they had some quite bad injuries, particularly Clucas and now Tyrese Campbell out for a wee while. But Lonergan in goal, so that's a reserve. But look across the back there, Suter, Collins and Bart. They're first teamers pretty much. Collins has been playing fullback in a 4-2-3-1. So Michael O'Neill essentially has an extra defender on here. And we all know, if you've ever seen Stoke play under Michael O'Neill, very stiff, very solid team shape. So that will be an extra man back. Don't you worry about that. Tommy Smith returns. That's the reason Nathan Collins has been playing at fullback. So that's good news. Morgan Fox is a first teamer. Cousins and Thompson. I think I was there actually on Saturday to see Stoke. Can't quite remember. I think that might have been the double pivot then. Someone will correct me in the chat. James McLean, first teamer. Jacob Brown has become a first teamer with Stephen Fletcher being shepherded through and Tyrese Campbell injured. Tashan Oakley-Booth normally sort of comes off the bench, doesn't he? So again, a 1.5 team. But if you look on the bench, Vokes, Fletcher, Timon, Powell, Ince, Shawcross. So a load of quality on the bench, particularly in championship terms. But we have to remember who they are playing against. It's Jose and it's Tottenham, who have led the Premier League. So this is not just a top Premier League team. For a lot of the season, it's been the top Premier League team. And they've gone very strong. We know Jose loves a trophy. He's always had a good old go at the League Cup, hasn't he? And he's doing so again tonight. Yes, Son Heung-min is not playing, but look at some of the other names on there. So Lloris in goal. Doherty, who we covered on his rise covering the championship for Wolves, didn't we? Sanchez, Dyer, an England player there, and Davis makes up the rest of the back four. Højbjerg is normally a starter there with Sissoko, but Winks gets the start. That's another England player, though, in Winks. And then look at that lot. Gareth Bale, Dele Alli, Lucas Moura, and England captain Harry Kane. So I don't know if Jose is trying to bury this game in the first hour and then bring a couple of those players out. But very, very pleased to see Harry Kane be used in this one. And Gareth Bale. Has he had a start since he's been back at Spurs? So this may or may not be, but he certainly hasn't found his way in the team. Of course, you've got Son Heung-min operating in those positions there. So, although it's normally down the left, isn't it? But still, it's Gareth Bale, for goodness sakes. There is the Spurs bench. Joe Hart, Alderweireld, Reguilon, Lamela, Sissoko, Son, and Vinicius. So very, very loaded Spurs squad, particularly, isn't it? And at the top end there, well, good luck, Stoke. But we do have to play. Can you do it on a wet Wednesday night at Stoke, don't we? Because it literally is a wet Wednesday night at Stoke. Like I say, I was there on Saturday where the weather was vaguely similar. So, you know, it is what it is. But I'm sure people like Harry Kane, Dele Alli won't batter an eyelid about this. Will they? Let's have a little look here. What do we got? Dele and Bale. Yes, Brett, it's going to be fun, isn't it? May the Stoke bus prevail. Well, like I said, it's normally a 4-2-3-1 for Stoke. And the fullbacks, one at a time, do get forward, but maybe a little bit more defensive. But a good defensive side, Stoke, for sure. Charlie, A up. Hey to Alex and Noah. Sloth is a Stoke fan and a Patreon subscriber. I thought you would have had enough of the Stoke bus this week. Tonight's silver lining for me, Kane is in my dream team and he starts. Yes, you got to stop the hurricane. I'd laugh, but Stoke knocked us out, says JK, up the Villa. Arsenal's goalkeeper for last night apparently deleted his Twitter. Who was that? Was that the was that the Icelandic chap that we did an England watch along against Iceland, didn't we? So yeah, we don't like to see that. Obviously, abuse from the stands is one thing, but down in print feels like something entirely different. Cheers, everyone. On the beer again. Love it. Evening to David. JK says 3-0 Spurs. Richie says 4-0. Hi to Carl, who noticed the Chronos is back and it is fixed and Korg were a lot quicker this time. Kane starts and we're down to our fifth. It's insane, isn't it? Absolutely insane. So I saw Bursic play, but presumably he's dropped off as well. Angus Gunn had been playing. Oh, dear. 2-1 Stoke. Nice. Tottenham 4-0, first half hat-trick. Michael O'Neill and Jose shake hands. Seng Myo Ring Maru, if I'm pronouncing your name correctly, sorry. Son fan. Aren't we all, Seng? What a brilliant player he is. He's on the bench. The wind is blustering. It's raining hard, isn't it? Hello to DJ Samuel. Liam says hi. Lisa says, sorry about yesterday. I was only joking. I don't remember. What happened? Did something happen? Pass. Bale play. Oh, he played. Did he start them, Richie? Interesting. How can Stoke have 5 goalkeepers injured? Pass. Jose loves his trophies. He does, doesn't he? He likes to hold his fingers up, doesn't he, whenever they win them. So, Lonergan disaster class coming in. Well, people thought that about when McGovan came in for Norwich. He actually did quite well, didn't he? But hey, this is Ali and Kane and Bale and Moira, isn't it? So hopefully the locker room meets Jose's standards. Didn't meet Colin's standards, did it? Camilla says, I love Tottenham. We'll see if the Stoke fans love Tottenham in the next hour or so. Hello, you merry lot. Hello to Irene. Let's drink to that. Lovely stuff. Nick says, not looking good for Trent. He's made about Ipswich again there, hasn't he? With 3 games called off. Now, I don't see the season ending early. But, yeah, a little bit of tidying up needs to be done. So, we can flash this up, guys. Stoke versus Tottenham on the watch-along. I'll set it to 0-0. Do let me know if you need a time sync. We've just kicked off. We'll let it go a couple of minutes if you want to sync up with me. Either pause your broadcast or pause my broadcast. A wet, windy Wednesday night at Stoke. Can Harry Kane do it? Probably. And Stoke have the ball with Lonergan, who's taking his time already. And he's going to take this goal kick long, left-footed, into the sky. Jacob Brown heads on. Ball's up in the air. Spurs get it clear. Half messy stuff this. Someone get it down. Bale in the end heads it down. And it breaks. Awfully messy first 45 seconds there. Breaks for a Stoke throw-in in the sort of left-back position there. As you can imagine, Bart leaves it to Fox. Michael O'Neill doesn't like his players getting off position. They're a bit of a throwback, Stoke, in that regard. Not a lot of rotation, but hey, they're very hard to play against. They don't always need it. The ball is dead again. 1 minute 20 in. There's barely been about 2 passes strung together so far. But now Spurs have it at the back. Dyer goes into midfield where Højbjerg played it. They're looking for Doherty advanced. Couldn't find him. And the ball is out of play. Again. Come on, guys. Get it together. Trophy Mourinho. I was the one that said, okay, right. I do remember. Yeah, I'll keep them away again. And I'll repeat probably what I said then. Nobody wants to see that. The game between Borough and Rotherham has been called off. Is that the Rotherham COVID issue again? Dindles FC says hello. Nice. Kane chasing into the channel. Suter gets a header on it. And it's a corner to Spurs. Elliot says, happy Christmas, Ben. Jaden asked the question I get asked every broadcast. What football team do I support? Ipswich Town. Did I say happy Christmas to Elliot? What do you think of Marcus Force's performance last night, Elliot? Wasn't that great, was it? Right, corner for Spurs. Moira is going to take it. In it goes. Good punch by Lonergan up in the air. It's going to break, and Stoke have just got it clear. But Højbjerg has it. He plays it to Winks. The Stoke defence resets. Davies down the left Floats it to the back post. Lonergan, and the ball just curved away from him, and he pats that one away. Stoke tried to get out, but Sanchez has got it. Doherty plays down the line. Another big clearance there. And sort of first attacking phase of the play, or phase of the game indeed, goes to Spurs there. Lonergan, who we wondered whether he'd be a bit rusty, called into action. He kind of half gets the punch there. I think it was Jacob Brown who nearly actually got punched in the head off of Lonergan. So not entirely convincing, but job done. Ali wins the throw-in. He's playing in the number 10 position for Spurs. Doherty down the line to Bale. Bale gets one in the back of the leg and just goes to the sideline. That might leave a bruise. Didn't quite see what happened there, but Gareth Bale seems to have felt something. They've won a free kick, though, Spurs. And Bale himself is going to take it. It's on the right-hand side. Bale's brought it in a yard or two. He's gained himself a yard there. So he's going to curl it in with his left foot, Bale. Obviously, Kane is there. Ali is there. Dyer is up as well, and Sanchez. Bale whips it in. Mora sort of tries to backheel it. Cleared, and Sanchez helps it via Højbjerg to Davis. Back to Højbjerg. And it's turned over. And Collins, the right centre-half, has it for Stoke. They've got it clear, but Stoke just can't get any passes together at the moment at all. Oakley Booth brings down Ben Davies, and Spurs are just having all of the ball now, starting to exert their quality on this game. Best wishes to you and everyone here in New Zealand. Absolutely, Steve. Thank you. Hope all is well there. No Angus Gunn, I'm afraid. For the first time, I'm supporting I can't say that, but I know what you mean. Evening, Ben. Merry Christmas to you and Shayla and your dogs, of course. Yeah, thank you, Lewis. I hope, are you getting over the COVID now, matey? Hope you are okay. Happy Christmas to you as well, DJ Samuel. Davies injured in Swansea game. Then Gunn got injured. We signed cover. He got injured on his first day. Versick is third choice, but he's cup tied from his Doncaster line. Hence Lonergan. Wow. I saw a thing on Twitter saying this is Lonergan's 400th game of his career, and his 399th was like 2 years ago or something. Sensational. Davies hoiks that one down the line. Headed away by Bart. They've turned it over against Stoke. I don't think they're going to have much possession in this game from what we've seen in the first 6 minutes. Here comes Matt Doherty. Slides that one down the line. Bale, heavy touch by him. And McLean knocks it against him. And it's going to be a throw-in to Spurs. Wearing like dark green tonight, Spurs. Camouflaging with the pitch. Davis plays it inside to Dyer. Højbjerg strong there. He got closed down by Thompson. Kept the ball though. Sanchez into Bale. Bale just a little bit off it by 1%. We know he can destroy most football teams on his game, but just not quite there in the early minutes of this one, Bale. Here's Ali. Højbjerg. He gets it back from Doherty. Højbjerg, Doherty, Sanchez. Spurs having tons of the ball here. Winks, Sanchez. They're all getting a touch. Dyer. He's going to go long, though, so they may turn it over now. Looking for Doherty. Heads it inside, and Bale doesn't quite read that. Bart plays that home to Lonergan, and Dele Alli chased it down. cleared up in the air. It's gone messy again. And hoiked away by Fox, headed up in the air. And I think, who was that? Thompson, Cousins, excuse me, draws the foul in the midfield. Tough one for Stoke this so far, as you can imagine. Evening, Ben. I'm obviously still over the moon after yesterday's result, hoping Stoke win as another championship team in the semis would be a delight. Be a delight for Brentford as well, because then they wouldn't have to play, Tottenham, potentially Manchester United or Everton or Manchester City. So, goodness me. I'm out of isolation. Feel fine. Oh, good news. Well done, Lewis. Getting over the COVID. I wonder if you got the super strain. Hopefully you can all see me and hear me loudly and clearly. There's not a lot I can do once we've started in terms of how the picture is and whatnot. So hopefully it's okay. I can close down Safari on the other screen, although I don't know if it makes a grand amount of difference. Lonergan has the ball at the back. 9 minutes, 25 gone in this one. Played out wide and just given straight out for a Spurs throw-in. Dyer plays that one to Sanchez. And Dyer plays it then to Winks. Back to Dyer. And Højbjerg. Stoke just standing off here. 11 behind the ball. Spurs are going to have to play through. They try to. It doesn't quite work. Ben, you look absolutely pixelated. Probably an improvement, isn't it? Hopefully you can still hear me. And if you're watching me along with the game, then that'll be all you need, won't it? So apologies if the picture isn't great. Internet issues probably. But it normally gets better, doesn't it? Fingers crossed, hey? We'll soldier on, though. Spurs win a throw in here. 10 minutes and 30 seconds gone. It's going to be thrown down the right. El Loco. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you, sir, as well. When Lock Canteen, did James Chester play last Saturday? Yes, he did. And he was wearing number 12, which sort of confused me. Don't know why. Just don't see James Chester as a number 12, but there we go. Spurs have won the free kick. Again, apologies if I am pixelated. Hopefully you'll be able to cope with that, and it will improve as we go. It often does. The signal often improves. Turned over high up. Here's Davies coming down the left inside to Kane. Kane in the 10 position where he's incredibly dangerous. Kane plays that out to Docky. Nice little touch off. Højbjerg smashes it goalwards over the top by the central midfielder there for Spurs. First time they've got Kane on the ball anywhere near the goal, really. It's going to be a goal kick to Stoke. 12 minutes in. It's gone short to Bart, who plays it back to Lonergan, who boots it down the ground. Sanchez beats Brown in the air, and it is cleared down the ground. And Bart is going to play it again back to Lonergan. Bale goes in to close him down. Good header there by Sanchez. Bounced in front of him there. And now Dyer plays to Sanchez and wins a throw-in for Spurs. Not too much flow in this game, but Stoke are tricky, whoever they're playing against them, in terms of building up ahead of steam. Spurs have sort of had the vast majority of the ball. But, and Stoke will do this, no real clear moments where they've played through. So Spurs are going to have to show their quality, I think. And there's a nice little ball outside the foot by Bale to Doherty. Kane, right-hand side of the box. Kane hits it early. Good save by Lonergan. And there was the quality there. Just 3 passes. Bale, little one around the corner. Doherty into Kane. Kane shoots early and Lonergan makes the save. Højbjerg, Ali, Bale. Bale stands on the ball there. Inside right position. Always coming in on that left foot, isn't he? Bale again. Nice little change of pace. But the switch of play is well off by Bale, who needs to get that radar fixed. Should be getting a flight to Iceland for Christmas. Oh, well. Takeaway and football will do. There we go. What takeaway did you get? What's my prediction about the game? Well, having, I can't pronounce that name, Jitendra. Hopefully I'm not butchering that. Apologies if I did. Yeah, I think Spurs are going to win, aren't they? Unless they can't force a goal and Stoke scoring from a set play or something. No, Son is not playing, but I'm sure Jose will take great delight in putting me on. Ben is suddenly clear. Thank God. Maybe we can concentrate on the game then. A nice curry. Lovely stuff, Oliver. What do you have? Here's Bale. It's turned over and now Thompson, excuse me. Cousins and Thompson's a nightmare with these shirts on. They're 24 and 34. My eyesight's not what it was. Played down the side to Moira. He comes in off the left. Doherty has got it. Højbjerg. Dyer stepping forward. Spurs trying to really push on the territory and try and force it with numbers. They're going to have to play through the lines though, because Stoke, even in this shot now, have plenty behind the ball. Moira bursts into the box. He's had to play it back, however, to Davies and Winks. Winks to Højbjerg. And Davies, that Stoke low block, doing the job, I think. This feels like a 2010 Stoke Premier League match. It seems so similar in style. Yeah, I saw Rory Delap name drop in the petrol station after the Stoke game on Saturday. He would have been an extra weapon, wouldn't he? Here's Sanchez. Sanchez to Doherty, plays inside to Dyer. Let's bring the numbers up because I suspect the possession is a bit eye-watering now. Yeah, and it is a big number. 72% possession for Spurs. Look at that. Stoke, only 45 passes. Goodness me. Do you think Stoke will take pens? Absolutely. Moira trying to play it through to Bale. No flag there, but remember, you never can tell because the linesmen are told don't flag unless the guy touches the ball. So he could well have been offside, but didn't touch it. Ergo, no flag, no decision is made. Which a lot of fans in games don't quite get, do they? Why isn't he flagging? Why isn't he flagging? He's offside. Oh, dear. Sometimes I tell them, but hey, you never know. Say the wrong thing to the wrong person. Here's Dyer for Spurs. 17 gone in this one. Davis at left back. Pops that one forward. Poor ball, actually. It's going to go all the way through to Lonergan, who plays it back to Sutar. And Sutar boots it forward. Looked like a foul there on Højbjerg by Cousins. Got from QPR, I think. Dyer, who's probably going to get close to 100 touches in this game, I would have thought, given how much space Stoke are giving the Spurs centre-halves in terms of standing off. Bale tried to run Fox there. Doherty thought he was fouled by Fox, but he goes down. Nothing given there. Each minute which passes, Stoke fans get more positive. Absolutely. Well, and the thing is as well, who commented that? Logan, that if it's 0-0 at half-time and Stoke all of a sudden get a couple of attacking set plays, you're like, oh, we've had all this possession and now, you know, Rob gives it a moo. I think their game's been cancelled, hasn't it? On the next two, possibly Millwall. How on earth is Jordan Cousins playing against Spurs? He was so poor for us. Well, he's found a manager that will stick him in central midfield and tell him to just sit there and not let anyone buy him. Perhaps when the likes of Klukas are all back fit, maybe no more, but we'll see. Sanchez plays that one forward. Kane holds it up. Lovely ball around the corner by Kane to Doherty. He's trying to find Bale. That's a poor ball from Doherty. Bale wanted it knocked ahead of him. Bale comes off the left as well. Bale's playing really poorly, actually, for a player of that standing. Really poor start from him. He gives the ball away on a switch of play again then. And Stoke concede a totally unnecessary corner there where Collins plays it back to Lonergan, who sort of slips over as he tries to kick it, and out it goes for a corner. Mora is going to take this one. Lonergan had to come and punch the last one from this side. It's a right footer from the left-hand side. In it goes. Ooh, headed away at the near post there. I think it was McLean. And all the way home. I can just see O'Neill's pre-match team talk. Just keep it tight for the first 89 minutes, boys. Well, I think I'm right in saying, Sloth, that this one goes straight to pens as well. So, yeah, anything really can happen. Is Lee Gregory playing? No, I don't think he's on the bench either, Rob, as well. Brown is up front for Stoke tonight, but I have a funny feeling up front for Stoke tonight isn't really going to be a thing. It's going to be just pressing and being the front line of defence, isn't it? Bale isn't Bale anymore, is he? Be a shame if he wasn't. Time waits for no man, but what a player he has been, hey? Here is Bale. Nice first touch there. And he plays it out to Davis. Davis comes down the left. Mora's outside him. He plays it inside to Winks, who clips that one in. Early flick header. Lovely goal by Gareth Bale, who apparently is still Gareth Bale. It's 1-0 to Spurs there. Comically preempted in the chat there. Bale, centre of the goal. He started the move off, coming in off the right and played it, and then continued his run into the middle. And then it's a lovely glancing header by Bale into the corner. So Mora plays it into Winks. He just sort of stands still and glances it, redirects it. I guess Lonergan was expecting it to change direction, but it's a really clever header by Bale into the corner there. Yeah, perfect. Just adds a bit of pace. Lonergan's caught and it's right into the corner. It is 1-0 to Spurs. Gareth Bale on 21 minutes. The goal scorer. I think that's the confirmed time. Let me know your thoughts on that one in the comments. We better change the banner. Let me put that the other way around. That doesn't look good, does it? Oh, what are you dreaming of? Really like that Liam Gallagher song. There we go. Let's put another line in there. Now, Stoke's game plan is pretty screwed, isn't it? They're going to have to come out, and this is where they either take a 1-0 defeat or Spurs can open them up a few more times. Just having another look at the goal here. Yeah, clever header that by Bale. He knew how much pace was on the cross. He just didn't even need to move. Bale lost some pace, but not his class. Yeah, not if that head is anything to go by. Goal for the Spurs. Gareth Bale, indeed. Reverse psychology. Good timing. Yeah, that was because this comment went up. Bale isn't Bale anymore. He was motivated. My prediction for this, I've got to read that one out. Pretty good. Pretty screwed. Yeah, we'll see. Here is Kane, who switches to play. Out wide to Doherty. Bale's just gone a bit more narrow the last few minutes. Doherty getting further forward. I think the Spurs players are just feeling out the Stoke team shape and learning where the spaces are. And probably at fullback, I think Doherty and Davis for Spurs are going to be able to play very, very high up, aren't they? Here is Davis. Plays that one up to Dele Alli, who gets a bit of a clattering from Harry Souttar and goes down and wins the free kick. Evening, Ben. How am I today? How very polite. I'm lovely, Daz. Thank you. We've run out of wrapping paper, though, so I think Shaylee's going to Budgeons. Or maybe I'll go to Budgeons later on and we'll see if there's any left there. Lloris has the ball. He plays it out to Sanchez, to Højbjerg, who plays it around the corner to Bale. Bale touches it off back to Højbjerg. Bale switches to play. And Davis has it. Ali, nice little touch to beat his man. And again. Nearly a hell of a pass there by Ali. I think it was for Bale. Who made the run, would have taken out the entire, 8 or 9 players that were back for Stoke, just playing over the top of their heads there. Ali coming deep there and making the play. I think we got a clever little nutmeg here. There we go. Whoop. Nearly got Bale in. Sanchez, we were shoving the back there for Brown. Is that a free kick or a throw? Because if that's a free kick, I'd load the box if I were Stoke. Yes, it is. And that's exactly what they're going to do. Rightly so. This will be the first chance probably the first chance the ball's actually going to go in the box. They've tried... Oh, dear. They've tried a rehearsed free kick there where it goes in short and then played down the line. And it was the first chance to actually get the ball anywhere near the Spurs goal. And I don't think that was the time for the clever free kick. Obviously, if it works, everything looks very, very clever, doesn't it? But it didn't execute and maybe just simplify there. But hey-ho. I still think the ball's not been in the... certainly there's been no Stoke player to touch in the Spurs box yet. As Doherty crosses that one in, Souttar can't sort his feet out and concedes a corner there. Didn't want to clear it with his left foot. Goes with his right and concedes the corner. 27-40 gone in this one. 1-0 Spurs and they're well on top in this one. Bale is going to take the corner. Linesman looks like he wants to be his best mate. In it comes from Bale. Lonergan got stuck underneath that one. Dele Alli arriving on the back post. Couldn't quite get it goalwards. I think that was pretty close, actually. Let's have a look at the replay. In it comes. He's fairly well marshalled by Collins. Decent delivery, though, by Bale. Moira's going to take this one. In it goes. Headed away again. And cleared towards the centre circle. Højbjerg takes no chances and goes home to Lloris. So a couple of corners survived there as Spurs get back into shape. Lloris allowing Dyer to come back and get behind the ball. And Sanchez has it. This Stoke team has a lot of physicality. I agree. Been set up there. Matt says, who do I want to win? I don't know. It'd be nice to have a championship team through, wouldn't it? But not looking very likely at the moment. Honestly, I don't think Stoke will be that bothered, will they? They're looking at a playoff position. So may the best team win, as I always say. Yeah, David says, Ben is always neutral, though tends towards the championship clubs for his channel. Perhaps, or the dearly departed, but none of them are interested in the League Cup this season. Leicester's new training ground is quite something. I've not seen it. Good commentary interspersed with curb your enthusiasm and occasional peep show references. Dobby, what's not to like? Have I watched, excuse me, the Amazon Spurs thing? I watched most of it. I thought Jose was quite funny. There is Rory Delap. I don't know what job he's doing on the staff there. But he's in the dugout. Michael O'Neill, deep in conversation there. Morgan Fox appears to have some kind of problem with his left leg. He's staying down. Just gave the ref a nod. So I'm assuming he is going to stay on. As Michael O'Neill watches on. Tomorrow is Christmas Eve. Yes. And the next day is Christmas Day. And I'm going to watch movies all day and eat and drink and be merry. You should do some Ben Bloom tweezers for all the fence sitting. Right, David, you don't want me to bring out the fake news sin bin this early in the broadcast, do you, David? That is fake news and you know it is me sitting on the fence. Goodness me. The fake news sin bin will come out, David. I think they are going to make a sub, actually. Who is that coming down the stairs? It's Josh Timon, who's a midfielder. Morgan Fox is going off. So who's going to go and play left wing back? I guess McLean's going to end up there, isn't he? Although Timon's just going to sit down again. Mora's got it down the left into Ali. Winks. Davis. Davis to Winks again. I think Stoke are playing with 10 at the moment. I think Fox did go off. Here is Winks. Lovely ball through. Ali chests it. You're giving a handball there. Was a bit of an unorthodox chest. Evening to all things Leeds. I'm good, man. Merry Christmas to you, Jaggy, as well. A call for the sin bin for Liam. Gareth Bale has found his level. God, imagine him in the championship. So Stephen Fletcher is now getting ready. Josh Timon was. Morgan Fox is literally off the pitch and down the tunnel. So definitely playing with 10 at the moment. We've got to get through this game without any more injuries. Well, there comes another one. Timon is not a midfielder. He's a left back. Well, I saw him play midfield on Saturday. Yeah, been used in midfield due to injuries. What isn't fake news is that you don't... Oh, dear. The sin bin is definitely coming out here. All things Leeds and David are begging to be put in, aren't they? Charlie says, nice to see you well. To see you nice. Stephen Fletcher and his lustrous mane. On he comes. So I make that will be McLean will go left back. Brown will go into McLean's position and Fletcher will play up top. Fletcher played quite well at the weekend. I saw him. Clever old thing. Fletcher, very experienced. And maybe Brown a little bit more effective off the front. The sin bin door is open. The sin bin door is always open, Carl. Tank says, even though Baylor scored, he's still playing for it. Yeah, you're not wrong, actually. Yeah. Sin bin. This isn't rugby. No. But the fake news sin bin doesn't mind which sport it's associated with. Here comes Harry Kane down the left. He's got two runners, Ali and Bale. Ali's in. Oh, good save, Lonergan. Should have been 2-0. That one. Kane in that position where he just destroys teams, where he's running into the 10 position, normally setting up Son Heung-min. Ali got in behind, hit it with the left foot. Good save by Lonergan with his feet, actually. Ali will be disappointed. He didn't score there. Bale, Dockett, keeps that one in. Bale's in the box. And the cross was for him, but it goes all the way out. Big chance for Spurs there for Dele Alli. Kane, brilliant, comes in off the left, slides it through on the run. If he'd just taken a look there, Ali, he would have known he could have lifted it. Lonergan had already gone down. Put all the Brentford fans in the sin bin. In they go. The sin bin's quite... Well, all that happens in the sin bin is you just get blocked from the chat for 5 minutes. But West Brom in talks with Andy Carroll, Phil Jones, Tosin, Ahmed Musa. Is that true? Or is that just Big Sam's best friends? Is that the same as in the show Trapdoor? Absolutely. Poke through. Kane now in behind. Kane against Lonergan. Good save. Kane works the keeper as he always does. I think Lonergan saves and it comes back off Kane. Oh, offside flag is up anyway. 36-25 gone in this one. Merry Christmas, Steve. Which of the dearly departed teams do you see doing the most transfer business? That's a good question. When you say most transfer business, do you mean most players in or most money spent? Because I suspect most players in will be West Brom. I think Villa probably don't need to do anything, do they? Leeds, I think, will probably spend the most money because I can see them bringing in another big signing. But West Brom, West Brom might sign 4 or 5 for some Allardyce ball, mightn't they? So Sheffield United? Nah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure there. What a sexy keyboard, Ben. That's what all the girls say. It's a Korg Kronos. And you only didn't notice it because it's just come back from repair 2 days ago. Although it sat in my hallway for 2 days because I couldn't be bothered to move it. So Villa hoping to sign Barkley on a perm. That will be big money, won't it? That will cost 30 million quid. Stoke got a little bit further forward, but they've just been pressed back by Spurs. As soon as I say that, Suter switches the play, headed on by Smith, but Davis hooks that clear over his head and Højbjerg flicks it on. Collins, being pressured by Mora, manages to get it back to Suter. Suter into Fletcher. Brown nearly got in behind there, nearly missed them all. Ali levered off the ball there, no foul. They're looking for Brown running off the shoulder, who's surely offside, isn't he? And it's gone all the way through, yeah. He looked offside. I think Leeds will bring in a fullback, maybe a midfielder. And I can't read that other bit, else YouTube will tell me off. Nodded forward by Højbjerg. Kane's going to sweep that up. But McLean just pops in front of him and takes it off him. And cleared down the line. Headed off by Sanchez. And 2 Stoke players are down. Oakley, Booth and Brown. Referee checking on both. Brown is up. Oakley Booth is sat on his backside, but he looks okay. God, these things are awkward to open. There you go. Oh, actually, it was the 2 Stoke players that bashed into each other. It looked quite painful, actually. There we go. I'm in. Cheers, everybody. 39.50 gone in this one. Long one forward for Mora, who cannot control it on a wet, windy night at Stoke. A wet Wednesday night at Stoke. What Traore ringers? Adama to Leeds doesn't fit the culture. Leeds have enough wingers. Sorry for my YouTube, it's all right. They just demonetize me sometimes if I put a comment up and I don't notice a swear in it. We're all adults, but hey, don't get treated as us sometimes. Nice play there by Thompson. Curled in from the left, but easy one for the Spurs centre-halves to clear. Nice turnover there. Ali pokes that forward. Here's Kane. Ali surely got fouled off the ball there. Is the ref going to pull that one back? No. He's getting a bit of stiff treatment from Stoke, Dele Alli. He knows he's in a game. What are you dreaming of? Sanchez. Kane. Bale falls over. And Stoke have it back. Oakley Booth. Plays it back to Collins, who's going to go home. Evening to Liam. I'm good, fella. Have I thought about Discord? Someone needs to explain a Discord to me. But yeah, apparently they're good, but I don't really know what they are. So, is there a championship team in the semi-final? Yes, Brentford got through yesterday. Apparently you can say that word. Ofcom ruled that it should be said in certain circumstances before the watershed. Excellent. I'm still not going to say it, though, and take the risk. Inter Milan should be going for Lamptey if they plan to keep Conte. Here is Mora, heads it back to Ali, edge of the box. Ali hits the shot, good effort, down to Lonergan's left, makes the save. That was going in the corner. Good effort from Ali. Did have Harry Kane ahead of him. Just pulled off to the far post, but could strike that with the right foot from Ali. Decent save, actually, that with one hand, just soft hand. Takes that around the post. Another corner here, 6-0 in Spurs' favour. Bale swings it in. Sanchez on the near post. Really close in on the goal. I think he headed it off a red and white shirt. Probably Suter, who seems to be breathing down his neck. Anyone want to explain to me what a Discord is? I've got no idea. I think I can do it on Patreon. In goes another corner. Mora. Oh, he flicks that on. There was 3 Spurs shirts at the back post there, but the very last Stoke head gets on the ball before any one of them were going to stick that one home. But here comes Spurs again. Davis, Ali, Højbjerg, Kane, Winks. Lovely ball to Davis. This will be a hell of a goal. In it goes into the middle. It's headed clear. Some brilliant passing there from Spurs. Winks touches that one off now to Sanchez. Doherty plays it around the corner. And Fox breathing... Not Fox, sorry, he's off. Bart breathing down Bale's neck. Gets that one cleared. Sanchez to Dyer to Davis. To Mora, that's a foul by Smith. He was tight. He was a little bit too tight, though. Just coming up to the 45-minute mark now. I guess there'll be 1 or 2 minutes stoppage time. Early one forward, looking for Kane there. It was the right pass, but totally overhit from the left-back position. Thompson helps that back. Oh, nice back heel there from Bale. Shoving the back on Højbjerg there, right on the edge of the box by Thompson. Højbjerg making the third man run there. It's kind of like a elbow in the back there, very close to the edge of the penalty box. On the right-hand side, Gareth Bale has got the ball in his hand, and nobody else there. Stoke have put 1, 2, 3 in the wall. Spurs have then put Sanchez in the wall. Bale's figuring out whether he's going to have a shot or whether he's going to try and cross this in. Kane's gone to stand next to Sanchez in the wall as well. Will Bale shoot? I think he's going to. Dyer's gone forward. Højbjerg's in there and Ali's in there, but I think Bale is going to shoot here. Here he comes, and he puts it straight into the wall. I think that's going to spin out for another corner to Spurs. It's not going to be another corner, though, because it is half time. Stoke 0, Spurs 1. Gareth Bale glancing the header in, I think, 22 minutes. Can't remember exactly when it was. Stoke pretty much defending for the whole half and barely have had a touch in the opposition box. Have a look at the numbers. It's really been all Spurs from the word go. And you can see it's just complete dominance when you look at the numbers. But Stoke, they're only a goal behind. They can stay a goal behind and get a set play. Anything can happen, but you would imagine if Jose wants to bring Son in for 20 minutes or whatever, Lamella, maybe the fresh legs can finish off Stoke. 73% possession for Spurs. And they're the ones in the Premier League that normally like being without the ball or are comfortable being without the ball. By the way, get your questions in for halftime. We'll get some subjects and topics to talk about. It doesn't necessarily have to be this game or the Carabao Cup. Indeed. So 7 shots to 0 in Spurs' favour. 4 shots on target to 0. 6 corners to 0. 1 big chance to 0. And the big chance was missed. I'm guessing that was Dele Alli in behind on the left foot. 3-2-9 passes to 1-5. And Spurs are well on top. But one goal is one goal, and there's plenty of decent headers of the ball in that Stoke team. If they can get a set play in the second half and it's still 1-0, then you never know. On the bench, you can see Fletcher has come on. Fox got hurt, so McLean is playing wing back now. Brown's moved across. Fletcher is playing up top. Interesting, especially given what Sloth was saying in the comments. They didn't choose to give Timon a chance, if that's his actual position, trusting McLean, who's already kind of acclimatised to the game. But I suspect that may be a substitution we might see later on in the game. We're talking about discords in the chat because I haven't got a clue what they are. So, Discord allows you to talk and communicate with your audience really easily. Well, it sounds good. I'll have to look into it. I don't know how it works, but it sounds fun. Cock apparently is better. We're talking Leeds here. Back training, so looks good. Looks like Ailing and Struick this weekend. A group chatting platform, but you could do a lot on it. For example, Channel News and okay. Let me look into it. If anyone knows a lot about it, Instagram me, DM me, or Twitter DM me, or email me. Email's down the bottom of the page there right now. Leeds 2020 is off. Have a good Christmas, my friend. If you were a Brentford fan, who would you want in the semi-final, apart from Stoke? If I was a Brentford fan, Spurs probably, because although Spurs would sit off, at least they give Brentford the ball, whereas the other one is going to be Manchester City and or Everton and Manchester United. And not quite sure Brentford are entirely ready to have a toe-to-toe game with an open Premier League team. Maybe, I mean, look, it's going to be really hard for any of them, but yeah, we'll see. What do you do outside of football to relax or as a hobby or when you're depressed or tired? It's hard to say, isn't it, Tony? Because like this entire year, it's been stuck in the house, can't go anywhere. So not really much chance to do hobbies. And it's also strange because I have a habit of turning my hobbies into jobs. So, for example, my hobby was doing music and I turned that into a living. And then it was, whilst I was doing music, watching some football. And then I've turned that into something as well. So just hanging with the missus, really. I'm very lucky that at the moment I make money out of watching football and reporting and talking about football and playing music. So I'm a lucky boy. Any news on the Wednesday situation? Heard they're behind on wages. Yeah, I'd heard, and we're all in hearsay and rumour, that they didn't pay the November wages. But I think the PFA are on it. So we'll see what comes out in the wash on that one. Brentford would be delighted to have Everton. Yeah, Everton and Manchester United are playing tonight. Ben, if you have one, what is your opinion on Arsenal? Do you think any manager would struggle with their poor board problems higher up? It's difficult to say because they've kind of gone for this progressive manager and they've let him sign a few players and they've obviously given previous managers time, especially Wenger, but Emery less so. I don't know. It's very, very hard to say. But when you get that horrible culture in a club, particularly in the fan base that we see, and who was there? Anyone see AFTV? Yeah, it does seem a rather negative bunch. But no, it should be a joy to manage Arsenal, shouldn't it? It should be one of the best jobs you could get. A massive, gigantic club, but yeah, just in a bad spell in their history at the moment. I'm sure they'll come good again. Yeah, Chris is here. Excellent. Next Premier League manager to leave job? Bruce, Arteta, Wilder, Potter, Allardyce, Parker. I would say Potter. Well, I think if Allardyce were to go, that would be having failed to get them away. So that would be probably a few months' time. Wilder, I just think would be madness I think they just need to ride this season out and keep him in there. Bruce, well, Ashley's a bit like Marcus Evans at my club, where he doesn't really want to do a lot of that communication stuff, and he's quite happy to just leave a manager in there. Arteta, there is a strong possibility, especially if it gets worse. Parker, no, I think he's doing well now. And then you say Potter as well. If they go closer to the line at the bottom, possibly, but maybe Arteta is the favourite, isn't he? So, yeah, pass. Marcus Force signed a new deal for the Bees. Yeah, he's going to be a good player. Maybe a first teamer if Ivan Toney keeps going the same way, because someone's going to offer a hell of an amount to sign him, aren't they? If Blades would prefer to go down with Wilder, which I think they probably would, wouldn't they? It's Arteta, but he certainly deserves at least the relegation and most of the next season in the Championship after what he's done there. I mean, I liked, Potter gets Brighton to play some. I liked Potter at Swansea. Thought he was good. Got all those players playing, didn't he? Is that why you don't do the way? I'm always doing the washing up. David is begging to go in the fake news sin bin today, isn't he? Mostly Brighton are playing well, simply cannot convert the chances into goals. Should have at least 5 or 6 more points on the board. Morning, Ben. Cloudy day here in NorCal. Pretty much like normal weather here. Birmingham City, go Blues. Keep right on. Happy Christmas, Dallas in Northern California. Would you like me to create you? That might be very helpful. Let me do a bit of reading up on it and see where we want to go. But yeah, that might be a help. Thank you, Logan. Arteta is just a bad manager. Some aren't suited to it. I think Lampard is. Yeah, maybe. We will see. Isn't the problem there is so much money that teams don't want to take the risk for too long? Yeah. And then they miss the Champions League, and that essentially knocks, I don't know, tens and tens of millions off the income. I meant whenever you do something, okay. Believe me, I have washed up for a living before. Don't you worry about that. Brighton look like they just need a striker. If the rumours about them going for Ivan Toney come off, that would be interesting. Yeah, I just think I can't see Toney agitating for a move which would give Brentford all the power in that deal. They just have to pay a mega fortune this soon into his Brentford career, wouldn't they? Toney would improve Brighton so much. He'd improve most teams from what I've seen from him this season. The entire culture of leadership in Arsenal is somewhat toxic, while simultaneously too lenient at times. Yeah, that's a bad combination, isn't it? Arsenal are a case study of failure in sports management. Damning words from Lock, yes, there. Don't worry about creating anything, Logan. I promise. It's written down. If you can read you can't even see that under the light, can you? You see that? It's written down at the bottom on my pad anyway. Yes, happy Christmas to you, Dallas. And happy Christmas to my family as well. I'd love to see them, but hey, I'm in tier 4, and from what I'm reading today, they're going to be in tier 4 before Christmas too anyway. So it was going to be that my dad and my mum could see my sister and her husband and child, but don't even think that's going to be happening. I think Eddie Howe will take over at Palace next season if they get rid of Roy Hodgson. I mean, they get rid of Roy, but Roy must be close to retiring now. He's about 72, 73 or something, isn't he? The mess at Arsenal goes deep. Unbalanced team, players not good enough, bad recruitment, you name it. It'll take them at least 2 seasons to get back on track. In which case, they may as well, stick with what they're doing, because someone else is going to be 2 years' time. Sky Cinema, Harry Potter available now. I did that. Did I do that last Christmas? I think we did do that last. Or was it the Christmas before? We did all 8 Harry Potters. Sensational. Merry Christmas to you, says David. Keep right on. Sloth says, Son is warming up to come on. Ouch. Especially if that means Son and Kane are on the pitch together at the same time. What movies do you know? I don't have any lined up for Christmas Day. I'm sure we'll watch like a really old one. What's the one Shaylee likes? Meet Me in St. Louis. So we'll probably watch a really old one. What did she want to watch? Crikey. A remake of something. There'll be plenty of time on Christmas Day. Arsenal problem is the fan base. They don't cover themselves in glory, do they? But hey. Groundhog Day should be on that list. 2020 is Groundhog Day, isn't it? It's a Wonderful Life. That'll be on TV on Christmas Day, won't it? White Hart Lane, surely. Merry Christmas, Ben. Thank you, Paddy. Very, very kind. Thank you for all your support through the year. Moeen is in Uganda. Nice. Is it cold and wet in Uganda? Probably not. Happy days. A Home Alone watch. I haven't seen Home Alone for years. Although I did listen to, when I was driving somewhere, Macaulay Culkin on the Joe Rogan podcast. And there is Heung-min Son, a sight that pleases us who are neutrals watching this game, but will terrify every Stoke fan. Jose's hiding out of the wind, lurking in the corner. Son is going to come on. Was it the Grinch remake by any chance? No, it was. I can't think what it was, because she's watching something now. She's watching Little Women now with Hermione from Harry Potter in. Oh God, what was? I can't think what the other move is. I'll mention her. Here comes the sun. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Here comes the sun, and I say. Ugly Cooper has done a better job at Swansea than did Potter. If there's a loser in front of the Arsenal finish, yeah, you might possibly be right there. Potter obviously had Dan James, Ollie McBurney, didn't he, to work his team off, that were both sold for top dollar. In my country, the British Snowman Walking in the Air song. I love it. But they changed it, didn't they? The snow dog and the snowman rather than just the snowman. I think I'm the right generation that for when that was actually first released, I would have been a child. God, what rating did that do? How many millions of people must have watched that the first time it was on? Incredible. Holiday Inn. Oh, beautiful. We'll watch something like that. Honestly, I'm not going to choose, though. I think we know how that works. So here comes Heung-min Son for Gareth Bale, the goal scorer. So Son, a bona fide world superstar, coming into this game on a wet Wednesday night at Stoke, as everyone loves to wonder. I love your Merry Christmas song. Yes, we did a silly championship 12 Days of Christmas. Check that out on Twitter and on YouTube. I'd rather listen to By Tour and the Snow Dog. That's Rush, is it? Only know Tom Sawyer, I think. Although, if anyone watches Trailer Park Boys, Alex Lifeson from Rush has a cameo in that as well. We could do all of Home Alone in a day, couldn't we? 1, 2, and 3, or Die Hard. What's the score? That's a good question. It's 1-0. Let's throw that one up. Mowing. Here, just chaos. No Christmas mood. We can relate to that. Maybe a bit less chaos, to be honest. Is it bad? I've seen one of my Christmases. No, of course it's not. You got to sneak a peek, haven't you? Moira. Turned over and back to Stoke. 46 gone. 1-0 Tottenham. Son is on. Tommy Smith is going to have a fun second half here. Kane tries to flick it on. Ali was on the run. Stoke win it back. Low one forward, and Sanchez manages to pop that out. I'm not reading that, Charlie. My present is 12 points for the next 4 games. Lovely stuff. Oh, you got one of the new Xboxes. Ah. Or was it the PS5 that was the ridiculous thing that no one could get a hold of? I don't know. I'm out of touch with all of that stuff. What are you dreaming of? McLean is being chased by Ali. Oh, nice turn in the centre of midfield there by Thompson. Back with Collins and Smith, who now has got Son to think about. But they've worked it around the South Korean. Long one forward for Brown, who was offside. Did Tommy Smith play for Ipswich? Well, a Tommy Smith did, but this is a different one. Don't know who that Tommy Smith plays for now. He went to Sunderland last season. He was playing in the US as well, but no, this is... into the box there. Ali swings a foot at it. Was he onside? He was, I think. He looks to the heavens. Yeah, this Tommy Smith was signed from Huddersfield, wasn't he? The same Tommy Smith that got all those assists when Huddersfield got promoted under David Wagner. That's a chance for Dele Alli then. Kane just sort of looped it in. Mora's got behind his man. Is that going to be a penalty? No. Ref gives it one of those. And it gets cleared. Joe says, no matter what happens, I'm proud for the boys getting this far. Well, you're only a set play away from an equaliser here. Big Sam versus Bielsa is going to be fascinating. Yeah, I love matchups like that. May the best team win. Couldn't be more different in their styles. But, hey, may the best team win. I'm in Uganda and I'm new here, but good job. Keep up, bro. Nice one, Moeen. Hit the subscribe button, my friend. Bob's pleading. You pleading with us, Bob, or with Stoke? To get the blood pumping, the live version of Moby Dick song remains the same. Isn't that just a big drum solo? I was going to say, yeah. Dallas, would you believe I was at the Led Zeppelin reunion concert? What's it thingy? Xbox X and S as well as PlayStation 5 sold out. All of them being scalped at high prices. I don't know what any of that means, but I'm sure the kids will want the Xbox and the PlayStation or whatever it is. The same Smith that scored one of the pens in the worst day of my life. Can you do a Charlton watch along on January the 8th? Who are they playing? Is it Ipswich? Up the Blades, says Kirk. Hope Dele Alli leaves Spurs on a permit to see how much sell-on fee. They got a clause in there, MK, have they? Having another look at this Mora going down in the penalty box. Well, there's a hand on the arm. Seen him given. "50 minutes gone. Spurs leading 1-0. Who was it who got the big sell on recently? I think like in the second division. I can't think who it was. They got like 2 million, which, oh God, I can't think who it was. Someone went for a big transfer. Oh God, who was that? That's going to bug me now. Ben Godfrey. So it would have been York City, wouldn't it? He went from Norwich to Everton for a ton of money. I can hear the dogs. How have they got up here? Oakley Booth has it on the right, infield to Cousins. Cousins to Bart, to McLean. Good press by Spurs, and that's going to get turned over. Although Fletcher gives Sanchez a good going over there. And then Doherty and Sanchez leave it for each other. And Stoke have won it back there. Thompson, Cousins. Cousins switches the play. Good ball, that. Out to Smith. Most consecutive passes, I think, of the game for Stoke here. Smith down the line for Oakley Booth. And Eric Dyer comes across and pops it out. What are you dreaming of? Actually got 5, but did they? God, 5 million. Wow. That's more than any of the academies get when their players, don't start me on that, when their players get pilfered aged 15 by, well, you know the clubs I'm talking about, don't you? The top 5, basically. Do you know that only fans allowed in are Liverpool and Everton because Hampshire, Southampton and Brighton have gone into Tier 4? I did not know that. Big chance for Stoke. It's 1-1. How on earth have they got back into this one? Wow. Crossed from the right-hand side. I think it's Thompson has put it in on the back post, and that must be the first shot on goal for Stoke in the entire game. But he made the run and was free on the back post. It was a bouncing cross from the right-hand side. He stuck it home first time with the left foot. Fletcher has it. It's a nice ball by Fletcher. Then Brown puts it across the box. There's the run on the back. It's a good finish, that, actually, because the ball's moving away from the goal. He's got to hit it first time on the half volley. It's a great finish. Close in, but difficult finish. And sensationally here, Stoke have equalised. Really good technique, that, from Thompson. He watches it really, really carefully and sticks it in on Lloris's near post. And I'm so surprised, but Stoke, having not really had any attacking threat in this game at all, have scored with, I'm sure it must be, let me bring the numbers up. But yeah, first shot on target, first shot of any kind, and they have equalised. Wow. Let's get that written in there. 52 minutes of the goal, and it is 1-1. Let's stick it up like that. Jose will be spitting feathers about that. Literally the first opportunity that comes their way, and they have scored. 1-1. Here comes Stoke again, actually, although Hjorberg's going to get it back home. Right, have I done it right? There we go. No, I haven't done it right. It says Stoke are winning 1-0. Deary me. Come on, Ben, sort your life out. 1-1. Bosh. Let's go to the comments and see what you think about that. O'Neill masterclass. Yeah. Masterclass maybe stretching it, but they're drawing 1-1. 35 to go. Penalties, eh? Stoke Alona back and forth. One more Stoke. Come on. Curling players are jealous of that pass. Sloth gives it the exclamation marks. Kane puts that one across, and McLean puts it out for a corner. What a pass. Good cross. Good goal. Good cross. Good ball from Fletcher. Good cross by Brown. Good finish by Thompson. For all that play for Tottenham, it's still 1-1. I did say that at half time, didn't I? That you're only ever a goal away. And if Stoke finish like that, then there you go. Way too passive in the first half. Glad we started to grow into it. Jose looks furious. I'm not surprised. Son with the corner for Spurs, who probably can't believe they're now not winning this game. I wonder how it will progress from here. The corner was cleared. Winks has got it now. He's put it back in. Oh, Ali's found space there. Good run by Ali, and McLean tracks him. And they've won another corner. Absolutely out of nowhere, that goal. Brilliant stuff. Although if I'm Stoke now, I'm battening down the hatches and playing for penalties. In it goes from Son and headed away by Danny Bart. Doherty to Højbjerg. Davis, good tackle by Brown, who just picked up the assist for that goal. Maybe a subliminal message. Ben knows that, hey, if I knew who was going to win, I would have emptied my savings and there'd be a whole ton of money on it, put it that way. Not that I have a whole ton of money in my savings, but you know what I mean. Fletcher. And cleared down the line. Headed away by Dyer. Winks has got it. Winks to Davis, to Son. Good football. Fed through, looking for Kane. Mora's making the final run. Dele Alli. Quite an emotional player on the pitch, isn't he? Flails his arms around a lot when he doesn't get the ball. McLean, direct one forward. Dyer heads it away for the umpteenth time. Good aerial challenge by Cousins in the midfield there. Cousins to Collins, to Smith, and here they come again. Oakley Booth down the right. Can they get another good ball in the box? He holds it up. He doesn't get a ball in the box at all. Højbjerg closes it down. Oakley Booth apologises. He knows that should have gone in first time. $58-24 gone. Thrown to Stoke. Brown's got it. Thompson, the goal scorer. Nice feet. He looks confident, unsurprisingly. Crossed in. Fletcher wins the header. It would have been a really difficult one. Neck muscles there, and he heads it over the bar. It may be a stupid question, but does the big Obi banner... it's called the Obi stand, the stand behind the goal there. I was literally there at the weekend, although Sloth will probably tell you more about it. But it's a nice little link up, isn't it? Another Stoke player who's injured, John Obi Mikel. He'd have been good in this game, actually, wouldn't he, with his experience? Knocked back into Dyer. Sanchez. Back to Dyer. Davis plays it back inside to Dyer. Stokes mid-block looking good. Son is trying to run in behind. He's forced Smith to play it, but as soon as he engaged Smith, the offside flag went up against Heung-min Son. We are 30 minutes of normal time from penalties. I believe I'm correct in saying it goes straight to penalties if we don't have a winner in normal time. Someone correct me if I'm wrong about that. I think that is the case. I think that's what I was told yesterday. Foul by Son on Smith. Give it 5 minutes. Dele Alli's going to clatter somebody. He looks very frustrated. He'll either clatter somebody or he'll score an awesome goal. The emotions are coming out. So the free kick's about, I don't know, it's about 15 yards into the Spurs half. It's quite central. Spurs set up with a high line. Eric Dyer and Sanchez are organising that. They've changed the angle to Thompson. It's rehearsed one, looking for big. Is that Suter or is that it's Collins? In fact, it's quite a clever one actually. Collins was with the taker, so he wasn't actually up when the first ball changed direction and makes the run. They're trying to get him one-on-one with Son. He can't win the header actually, but they seem to have been working on some set plays for this game. Here's Sanchez, Mora, Højbjerg, Dyer, Davis. Son ahead of him. Højbjerg. Winks has come short. Moore has come even shorter. Oh, lovely ball bent through looking for Harry Kane. Lovely angle on it. Just too much on it. And Kane makes the run. He gives the thumb up there, but just a little bit too much on that pass through. Yes, penalties at full time. Good. Thank you for the confirmation. Draw favours Stoke. They can sit back while Spurs have to get out of that comfort zone. And weren't they comfy in the first half, Spurs? Here's Dyer. Into the front to Ali. He's done well to control that. Mora. Plays it wide to Doherty, who surely fouled. No foul there. And here come Stoke and McLean, who's a hell of a runner, actually, on the counter. McLean's going all the way. Oh, his cross just gets charged down. Sanchez wins that ahead of Fletcher. Ali, nice touch. Beautiful one around the corner by Son there. Here comes Ali. It's a great football by Spurs. It's a good tackle by Suter. And Ali had Kane ahead of him. And he'd done the hard work, but just a bit indecisive there, Ali, who I suspect is going to be substituted in this one. Here's Oakley Booth. Now, will he cross it first time? Yes. That's a decent cross as well. And Stephen Fletcher's very good in the air. Couldn't quite get on the end of that one. Direct one forward. And Suter is going to play that home to Lonergan, who's going to clear. Yes, David, time check. I'll give you a time check on 64 minutes. I'm about 18 seconds away. So if anyone wants to sync up, either pause me or pause their coverage to line everything up. You'll know how many seconds you are ahead or behind when I say I'm at 64 minutes in. 3, 2, 1, 64. So get synced up. It's quite good fun, apparently. If Stoke win this, then I'll go wild. Are we all going to be typical English football fans here and go with the underdog? Davis. Ali. Ali's still got it. He's gone down the left. Son back to Davis. And Dyer to Mora. No foul again against Lucas Moura. Here comes Danny Bart, who's got a complete nosebleed. He's still got it over halfway. He wants to give this and get back in position. That's a horrible ball, but he's going to get a bit lucky there. Davis has given it back to Oakley Booth. And here's Tommy Smith. Smith goes into centre back. And Bart has got it. And that's another poor ball, actually, by Danny Bart. God, I forgot Joe Allen played for Stoke. Had a run out in the under-23. It's good to see him back in action. Here comes Eric Lamela for Dele Alli, which is a fairly predictable one. Lamela will come in and play number 10. Bit of a frustrating night for Dele Alli, big chance in the first half. Mora is coming off as well. And I didn't quite catch who came on. Is that Sissoko? Yes. So is that a change of shape then? Because they now don't have a 3 off the front, do they? I wonder if Jose's gone more 4-3-3, 4-5-1-ish. So have a look at the shape. Or, no, it looks like Sissoko is going to play in Mora's position, front right. Interesting. I thought Sissoko was a running central midfielder, but there you go. Bit of size, a bit of power in there. God, I've written the wrong name of the player down about 3 times now. Idiot. Sissoko, Lamela, and Son. So Kane up top, Son front left, Sissoko front right with Lamela in the 10. Same shape, different personnel now for Spurs. We got Booth from Spurs. He's not had a run in the team yet. But what's his actual position? Sloth, Oakley, Booth. Would you suggest? Do Stoke have the ref on side? I haven't really noticed the ref, so I think he's probably doing a decent job. Have I got a watch-along schedule for it? Yeah, sure, we'll do. We'll no doubt do something on Boxing Day. I'll have a word with Shaylee and see what she's got planned. But it'll either be we'll super stream the early games, or it's Norwich-Watford as well, which is a big one. So, yeah, I'll have a word with HQ on that one. But we'll definitely get one of them out. I need to do my previews as well, actually. Hadn't factored that in. Here's Dyer. Son. Dyer again. 68 pretty much gone now. 67.58 up on the clock. Stoke getting closer and closer to penalties, which if we know Michael O'Neill, they will have practiced. Although it's one very studious manager against the other, isn't it? It's not like Spurs won't have. Here's Kane. Ooh, did Kane get a little nick on the edge of the box there? No. Played into the channel for Brown to chase. Dyer, did he get fouled there? He's not happy about it. Dyer's looked pretty comfortable in this game, actually, hasn't he? Here's Højbjerg. Plays that left to Davis. Son. Davies. Lamela. Coming short from the number 10. Sissoko. Doherty. Lamela. And Stoke standing firm. Standing firm. Boxing Day has to be the Watford game. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what goes down. But I'd very much like to. But in the words of the Rolling Stones, you can't always get what you want. That's turned into Bob Dylan then, didn't it? You can't always get what you want. What you want. Don't worry, I'll never do that again. Trying to play Lamela in there, but slides and clears it out. We're coming up 70 minutes now. Can anyone identify the MVPs of Stoke's defence? Yes, Michael O'Neill. It's not about one player, as it was Stoke. It's about the shape and the all working together. Davis, oh, what a finish. And out of nowhere, they're talking about how good Stoke's defensive. That was what it was going to touch. A brilliant goal from Ben Davis there. He's way, way out, and he hits it with the left foot low in off the post. A perfect finish into the corner, and it's 2-1 Spurs. Bit of quality there from Davis getting forward the left back, and he slams that one in from a long way out. It was a missed clearance by Harry Souttar. I have to say from there, though, it's brilliant from Davis. You always say in off the post is as far to the keeper's left as you can put it. And we got a shot behind him from Sky, and he's just arrowed that in. Oh, moves away from the keeper. It's a superb goal from Davis. Mistake, yes, by Suter, but a really brilliant strike from Davis. That one flew along the ground, curled away from the keeper. Nick Powell's come on, by the way, and in off the post. Spurs lead 2-1 in this one. I did not, forgive me, see who Powell came on for, but he is indeed on. Can I see Jacob Brown? I can't. Get your thoughts in on that second goal there for Spurs. Benjamin Bloom, marry me. If you ask nicely. A big boo from Sloth. Wow. It has to be Forest v Birmingham on Boxing Day. A snooze along. Everyone likes a good snooze. Fun fact, Davis once played for Viborg in Denmark. It was Jacob Brown that came off for Nick Powell. So Powell, famed, well, if you know the player, for a kind of physically powerful player, but very good at late runs into the box. As Jose contests the decision down there on the touchline. 72 gone. Jacob Brown looks very fed up with having been taken off. Great goal, says Harry. Joe says Stoke will have to go for this now. Well, once we get into the last 10 minutes, I'm sure they will, but they've got a free kick now, and they've sent a few forward. But now will they be countered? Because here comes Son, who's going to try and run at Cousins. Son holds it up. Oh, Son with the outside of the right foot there tried to arc the ball around the back of the defence for Lamela to run onto. Nearly. Even Son couldn't pull that pass off. Given away by Stoke there. Turned over and fed into Son. Højbjerg. Davies the goal scorer. And Kane plays it back to Dyer. Spurs can obviously dictate whatever pace and intensity they want now, given their lead in the game. Davies into Kane. Nice touch as ever, but then he gets robbed by Nick Powell. Stoke have given it away again, though, and here's Davies coming down the left into Lamela. Lamela touched off to Son. Back to Lamela. Kane's with him. Spread out wide to Doherty. Touches off to Sissoko. Sissoko drives with it. Back to Doherty. Winks back into Sanchez. Stoke back in formation, but Spurs just keeping the ball now. Winks back into Sanchez again. They're going to need to come out. Charlton play Accrington Stanley on the 8th of Jan. Well, sad to say, Harry, probably won't be covering that one. Mainly championship games on the channel here, and our dearly departed Sissoko has now got away. Sissoko in low. He's looking for Lamela. Oakley Booth all the way back, and he's going to get that one cleared. He's hit it straight to Højbjerg, though. Wonderful strike, wasn't it, Jess, hey? Ben Davies with the goal. Here's Kane, who's come deep to get this one. Kane hits it from long range. Holds his head over the top. 75 gone. Going to have another look at this from Kane, see how close this was. He's trying to dip it over the keeper's head there, but it gets way too much on that one, Harry Kane. Very rare his technique lets him down. Højbjerg hoiks it up in the air. And Son is in and has made it 3-1, but he's offside. Son getting in behind. Kane robs. Oh, that's a tight one. Need to see that one from side on. Very tight there. Kane robbed Suter. But Bart was a little bit deeper. And that was a close one. Obviously, Bart applauded and Son didn't think it was offside. Neither does Lock Yes or Sloth. Yeah, they may have got away with one there. As I always say, if only we had a video system where we could check these decisions. Here's Powell, though, down the right-hand side. Fletcher in the box. McLean arriving. Horrible ball by Powell. He's better than that. Just rolls it on the ground to the first man there. Poor from the ex-Manchester United player. Guiseley versus Farsley Celtic. Free on YouTube. Get involved, unless we're doing the super stream. In which case, they're up against me. Played down the line. Suter wins it ahead of Kane. But Højbjerg then wins it back in midfield. Lamela, nice touch. Good football by Spurs there. Here is Lamela. Drifting forward. Pokes it through. Kane can't get there ahead of Lonergan. 77-23 on the clock. Stoke 1. Spurs 2. Sanchez heads clear. Cousins sweeps it up. Cousins got forward here. Back to Powell. McLean. Back to Thompson, the goal scorer, to Cousins. Long one forward from Cousins. That's a horrible ball by him. And that is going all the way out. Here comes Sam Vokes. He's going to come on for Tashan Oakley Booth. So Stoke, I don't know whether they're going to go 2 up top, but they're definitely bringing another striker on. We'll see. And see where Vokes goes. Never offside in a million years, per the cut of the grass. I don't judge offside decisions anymore, Chris. Now we see them given by a millimetre, don't we, by the VAR. Fletcher tries to win it on the edge of the box. Sanchez clears. And Lamella's after that with Sissoko running with him. If he could have prodded that one through, Sissoko was in. Lamella's still got it. And he's won a corner from Suter. 79 gone now. 11 minutes of normal time left. As it stands, Stoke going through to the League Cup, the Carabao Cup semi-finals. Corner for Spurs. Son Heung-min is going to take it. Kane's on the back post there with Danny Bart. Both getting very handsy with each other. In it goes from Son. Sanchez was there, but it goes over his head. Højbjerg's picked it up. He drives into the box, tries to take on Bart, and that is a goal kick. Bart too strong for him. There, the Stoke captain. We're now coming up 80 minutes after that. Another attacking phase by Stoke. I think it's time for a drink, isn't it? Throw in down the right-hand side for Stoke. Tommy Smith is going to take it. Suter. Fox, listen to this noise. Shocking. And it's back with Lonergan. Oh, nice feet there. take a bow, Nathan Collins. Just skilled up Heung-min Son. But then they've given it away. Oh, now Kane into the box, works his man. Kane, it's just so good. Oh, dearie me, what a goal. That was a world-class player playing against a championship defence there. Just Kane, just lethal, utterly lethal, that bloke. It's 3-1 to Spurs. It wasn't even an easy chance. He had to shrug off the defender. He's wide, and he just slams it. Hits it so fiercely and early as well. What a player. Collins played it into Thompson, who gave it away. Suter is with Kane, and Suter's a big bloke. Kane's too strong for him first, and it's on the angle. And I mean, this is just a master striker, isn't it? Doesn't even have to look. He just knows that if he sticks his foot through that and gets a decent direction, he trusts his technique so strongly, and Kane makes it 3-1. And don't all leave the watch along, but that is game over. Excellent goal by Harry Kane. And it is 3-1 to Spurs. Get your thoughts in on that one in the comments. Kane put Spurs out of sight, and he'll probably get substituted in a minute now. 82-16 gone. 3-1 Tottenham. Sanchez. Spurs will just be able to see this one out now. Just slow it down, keep the ball. Powell is penalised for a foul on Winks. Winks has stayed down. He's either hurt or killing time. Both things could be true. Powell a little bit heavy-handed with that tackle. Get your thoughts in on that third goal for Spurs. Harry Kane, the England captain, gracing us on the channel with his presence and scoring a goal, obviously. Here's Højbjerg. Lamela. Oh, he's looking for Kane there. He's put too much on that. Kane had made the run. Lamela making the right pass there, but he kind of drilled it over the top, and he needed to sort of dink it over there for Kane rather than drill it. But I suppose Kane's capable of controlling that type of pass. Big one down the ground from Lonergan. Spurs win it back. Played it forward, and Bart heads it clear. Doherty plays it against McLean, and it's a Spurs throw-in. 84 minutes and 10 seconds gone in this one. Spurs now coasting in, you would think, 3-1 up. Cousins touches that off. And Spurs win it back. Højbjerg to Lamela. Lamela's not strong enough there against Suter, and Cousins comes away with it. And surely Lamela's fouled him there. He was always chasing his tail in that exchange. Powell tries to play that one early. Little bit of pushy shovey between Powell and Lamela. Oh dear. Lamela has walked away, but the referee still wants to talk to him. There's absolutely no need. I think Powell's just apologised. Handbags, as we call it. Clipped forward into the box. Now Suter is going to pick that up. Arms will go up for an offside, but Suter's done well, actually. It's going to go back in the box from Smith. Oh, Fletcher. Oh, that's a chance. Fletcher had got in front of Harry Kane there and heads it wide. It's a good chance by Fletcher's standards. He's very good. The old back post headers. Yeah, completely gets that one wrong. Do you know what? I'd normally back him to score that. Not to be. That would have made it 3-2 as well. I think Michael O'Neill knows. Rueful look from the former Northern Ireland manager. I don't know if the comments have gone down, but there's nothing coming through. Let me know if you're still in the feed. Looks like comments have possibly gone down. Sanchez clears that one away. I'll keep talking nonetheless. Don't you worry about that. Stoke have won it back. Spurs just sitting in now for these last few minutes with a 2-goal lead. Collins for Stoke. Suter is going to go long from the centre spot. He plays it in. Bart's forward for whatever reason. And tries to head it goalwards from about 20 yards. Big boot by Hugo Lloris. And it's cleared. It's all the way back with Lloris again. And Ben Davies scored that pretty decisive second goal that just spanned the game into Spurs' favour, didn't it? Before Kane added the third. Oh, nice feet by Højbjerg there. Sends Sam Vokes for a KFC. And switches to play. Højbjerg's showing off here. Not the best ball, though. And Davies has given it back to Stoke. 88-10 gone. As I say, I think comments are down because we haven't had any. And we normally get one every about 10 seconds. And there haven't been any for 10 minutes now. So my apologies. I don't know what's going wrong with that. But as I say, I will keep talking. Sissoko. Ooh. Just drifting in off the left there. Tried to feed that through. Lamela was in behind. It's just intercepted at the last there. Sissoko again. Some nice short passing by Spurs here between Winks and Sissoko and Højbjerg. Just keeping the ball easy. Dyer. Winks. Winks plays that one up the line. Kane is going to get that. Suter comes out to challenge him. Kane comes back up the line, tries to dink it past Tommy Smith to Ben Davies, but Smith just gets a little touch on it. This was the last comment I got at 7:05. So I am assuming that comments have gone down. Try and give me a comment if you can, if you're watching. But I think we may have an issue with YouTube. Or Twitter, or Facebook. Wherever you're watching from. Lee has just DM'd me. Comments are still up. I can't see any of them, which is most infuriating. So apologies. I'm not reading any of your comments. I can't see them. Here comes Son. Son to Kane. Kane blocked out there with the left foot. I almost thought Son to Kane, and it was a guaranteed goal there. So, look, apologies. Apparently comments are coming up, but I just can't see. I wonder if I go to split screen or do anything here, whether it'll bring it all back up. I daren't press refresh in case it does anything weird to the stream. But yeah, my apologies. Haha! I think they're back. Oh no, Facebook. Facebook comments are working, but YouTube and Twitter I can't see. So I don't know what is going on there. But there we go. I'm sure it'll be fixed for the next stream. My apologies. Played into the back post. Fletcher flicks it on, but Powell was behind him. Cross back in. Fletcher heads it against Vokes, who does the defending on Spurs' behalf there. Once again, my apologies. I'm not seeing any of your YouTube comments coming through. Oh, dear. Thank you. I've had a $9.99 super chat, apparently. I'm so sorry. Wenlock Young Team. Thank you, Lee, for letting me know. And thank you, David, that I had a super chat. Thank you so, so much. I'm so sorry. I can't see any comments coming up. Thank you, Wenlock Young Team. If I were to do this, I wonder if we can do something clever here. Oh, no. Let's make it go the other way around. Right. If I do that, you can probably see my comment feed there. Can I get more in the middle? Oh, maybe you can't see it. Is not moving at all. So I do apologise, especially to Wenlock Young Team, who has apparently super chatted. So thank you very, very much for that. And I do apologise. Don't know what's going on with either YouTube or StreamYard. So actually, I wonder if I can bring up the YouTube feed on my own phone. We're into stoppage time anyway. And Spurs are winning this. Benjamin Bloom. There we go. Oh, blooming adverts. What have we got? Oh, I can see the super chat there. Sorry, this is like the world mirroring itself now. Because that's me. Oh, there you go. At least it's keeping up, hey? My apologies, but thank you, Wenlock Young Team. And this one is all over. Stoke going down 3-1 to Spurs here. Gareth Bale gave Spurs the lead in the first half. Spurs dominated the first half, didn't they? But out of nowhere in the second half, bit more about them, Stoke, weren't they? And Jacob Brown crossed it in, and John Thompson on the back post finished that one off. And then we're like, is this going to penalties? No. Ben Davies, about 70 minutes-ish, smacked one home with the left foot. And then Harry Kane with an imperious bit of finishing there. Look, guys, I'm going to wrap up the chat, being as I can't see your comments, and we're going to hope that the next time we're up, it's going to be all working properly. No streams or anything tomorrow on Christmas Eve. What I'll try and do is pre-record any preview stuff ready for Boxing Day. Do give me feedback. Let me know what you'd like to see live on Boxing Day. If it's the Super Streamer 3 o'clock jobby, or you want to see the Watford and Norwich game, or possibly both. We'll see what we can do. With all of that being said, I'm sure we'll get some type of content up tomorrow, but have a very, very happy Christmas if I don't see you till then. Apologies again. I cannot see any YouTube comments, only Facebook ones coming through. So I do apologise for that. I don't know what's happening, either my end or YouTube's end or StreamYard's end or whatever's going on. But if I don't see you tomorrow, have a lovely, happy Christmas Day, and I will see you on Boxing Day. It was Stoke 1, Tottenham 3. And with all of that being said, it's over and out from me. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button to see more videos from this channel. Hit the subscribe button, and to be notified every time we upload, ring the bell for those notifications to come through on your device. If you really want to support the channel and me as a content creator, I will be eternally grateful if you head over to the merch store and grab something, or support over on Patreon, patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Thank you for your time. Go and watch another video.